I'm fucking not depressed, but like I changed my diet to incorporate more carbohydrates, right? And when I did that, I went from 207 to 212 in like 2 or 3 days, just based on glycogen, which is like what your body converts carbohydrates to. So that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like I don't want to weigh more. I don't want to look fatter. You know, I looked in the mirror and I'm like, fucking my six pack's gone. I'm fucking pudgy. You know, just a few days, right? So the thing is, though, is what you don't want to do is you don't want to be so deprived of carbohydrates that you you're what you think you're doing to build muscles actually muscle atrophy, correct? So the reason why is that like if you do a lot of work and you don't feed the muscles carbohydrates, they atrophy. They actually get smaller. Um, so I gotta find a nice healthy middle, I guess. 400 carbs might be a little too much, but I feel like that should be fine, right? So 275 grams of protein, 400 carbs, 3,700 calories a day or so or more. I just wish I had like, if I just had a little buddy here with me, god damn it. I just had a little tag along friend to do the shit with me. Like, the stuff I could get accomplished is I just get bored, you know what I mean? I get bored of doing shit. Yeah, I say that, right? It's almost 3 years in now, doing it every day still. The thing is like, just if I just had like a fucking little a monkey, like the monkey from what's that movie? What's that show? Oh, Speed Racer. If I could just have like the monkey from Speed Racer that just tags along with me everywhere I go, it would be great, you know. But I switched to a push pull legs routine, and today was the first push day, which is actually a blessing because it's like, well, your chest doesn't consist of 25 sets of chest; it consists of 11, right? And then you get like an overhead press and a strict press and a lateral raises and stuff, and like all that stuff a little bit works your chest too. Like overhead presses, strict, you know, and stuff like that. That does get your upper chest a little bit, right? So 11, 8, and 8 is the magic number of what we're going to go through. Is we're going to do 11 of our primary group. So for a pull day, I guess we're going to try and get 11 pulls that are back pulls. You know what I mean? Like lats and upper back and traps and all that stuff. Then we'll get 8 bicep pulls, which is going to be like, I guess, four. We probably need to switch it up a little bit, but what's the other pull? Pull, chest is the push, back is a pull, biceps are a pull. Is there not another one? Oh, I guess, yeah, rear delts. Okay, I think. So we're not going to be doing 8 sets of rear delts, I know that much. So our rear delt might consist of like 8 sets will probably be 4 and 4. We'll probably just do like face pulls and then do shrugs, 4 sets of shrugs, 4 sets of face pulls for our rear delts and traps and all that. And then we'll do 11 sets of like pulls, like rows, wide grip pull downs, that kind of thing. And then we'll do 8 sets of biceps or something. But that doesn't give us any room for forearms. We might just have to have a utility day at some point in time or whatever. Anyway, that's sort of the state of things currently. That fart knocker Elon has broke X apparently, and um, I don't know what you mean by that. People that just have the metabolism to eat whatever, man. I wish I could. But every calorie fucking goes straight to my love handles. I hate it. Really? Just super glue the lid on? Shit. So, what are we gonna do today, team? Hello, team. I got all my stuff done today, though. I did a half hour worth of cardio, about an hour and a half worth of lifts, and then I was gonna go tanning, but someone had occupied the tanning bed, so I had to say just whatever. I'll do it tomorrow. Deja vu. Gotta keep doing it. Hopefully, this is what promotes muscle growth, though. Like, I can't imagine less work is more. It's bizarre to me, you know? But they say that's how it works, I guess. Really, today, though, I felt like I'd done so much the other day that I really needed to take today off also, but sometimes you feel like that, and you should still go, so. Got home, shaved, did laundry, showered. So I've got everything taken care of. Trying to find that Goldilocks zone, man. It's 400 carbs. Cause I was eating probably like 270, 300. I guess it's just glycogen. It's gotta be. There ain't no way you put on that much fat in a few days. That's all there is to it. I was just completely depleted, which is not a very anabolic environment, if you don't have any glycogen in your system. So, difficulties building muscle, right? It's like, what are you trying to do, really? Trying to build muscle. Okay, then keep doing it then, stupid. I just want to look pretty for people. I'll get there eventually, though. I mean, I notice I'm shaping up, really. It's just, you would think after years and years of doing this shit, stuck at a 38-inch love handles around the midsection, like, god damn it, dude. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? It's obnoxious. Some point in time, people are like, well, what you really need to do is like high rocks. I'm like, yeah, burn off all of my gains, right? It's like, there's no way of doing this. I've seen people with worse love handles than me get in shape and fucking have the shit disappear. You know, really, I have. And they say though, like one of the keys they say, one of the tricks to getting like what appears to be a real slim waist is getting big lats, and then that way you kind of taper down to like, if your lats are bigger, then your big midsection looks smaller by comparison, right? So what I really want to do though, man, is I see the shit like Jake Paul does and all that stuff, and Logan Paul, those guys. Dude, if I ever get it like them, dude, I'm gonna live just like that. I'm gonna roll out of bed first thing in the morning, get in the hot tub, fucking hit the gym, have a place to work out at my own place or whatever. If I ever really manage to pull it all together, I have to. I fucking love doing this shit. It's like all I have. It's like all I live for, pretty much. I have no reason to train as much as they do, but I enjoy it so much, dude. I just run myself ragged. I enjoy doing it, like I really do. Fucking, it's the only thing that brings me joy. Is like just going until I can't. My one thing that I have that I can eventually get over is basically not due to lack of motivation. Is I don't like to get up super early. I hate getting up early in the morning and doing shit. But if I had like, I mean, I could do it. I have done it before, but the right motivation, a reason. Like if I just had a reason to do the shit, God only knows, right? Where my motivation would be, my motivation levels would be through the roof, pretty much. So, but currently, this is like year number 7 of doing this shit by myself, and it gets old, to say the least. Um, but yeah, eventually it all comes together. I know that much, but it's got to eventually. This will be year number 7 or 8 of just grinding basically by myself, which is annoying to say the least. But in the least though, like my age doesn't affect me that much, despite the fact I'm like not old by any means, right? But 35, I live like a 20-year-old still, so I'm better now than I was when I was 10 years ago. So I really haven't lost much time necessarily, right? I'm actually doing much better than I was in my 20s, so much better than I was. So that's good. But at some point in time, dude, I gotta get these love handles off. It'll happen. It'll happen. The thing is, like a calorie restricted diet. Oh, what a nightmare that sounds like. I'd rather do extra work and eat as much as I want. But I just don't have the physique like those guys that can eat and eat and eat and power lift and whatever, and never do cardio and still stay like, with a respectably slim waist and midsection and all that. Hopefully they can get that CRISPR technology down to a science where they can just alter your DNA and fix that kind of thing. I guess they will be able to eventually. They might do it eventually. Is my stream frozen? It looks like we're frozen. Hello. Nope, we aren't frozen. Weird. Reservoir Doge. Reservoir Dog. But like if I could find like a real training partner, or if I could afford to hire a real trainer, it would be something I would love to do in the future. Where they come up with a routine and like you fucking don't you do exactly what they say basically. You eat what they tell you to eat, right? Yeah, I kind of like that idea for a while to see how well I can do with that. I don't like being yelled at, but if I pay someone to train me to do something, I'm like I'm not gonna waste my money and go against the grain here. If I dedicate a couple months or a year or something to try that in the future, I might. If I can afford to do it, I'll probably end up doing it. But for now, we're in hunkered down crypto fucking alt pre altcoin cycle mode, right? Trying to trim our bonsai trees into nice reconnection successful. That's the thing. It's like once I commit to something, you know what I mean? I'm pretty determined, I would say. about as much as a person about as much as a person can be. I guess either tonight or tomorrow I'll do another Leah stream where I actually talk to her and all that stuff. But I think people get the point for now. You know what I mean? Um, I do need to come up with another demonstration of her ability eventually. Her ability. I get to do that eventually. Oh, I'm stuck on this because I look in the mirror, man. And I'm sitting there thinking I look fat. I'm stuck on it, man. I'm fucking my feelings are hurt right now. Down in the dumps about it. I need to get an exercise bike or something. I need to get up and start doing cardio first thing in the morning, dude. I fucking, I hate it. I think it might just be the lighting, like unfavorable lighting, unpleasant lighting. Star Wars, Star Wars. What the fuck was that? A gunshot outside. Someone shooting it. I don't fucking know. Something. I freaking just no healer. Okay. I hate when people do this shit. We're just gonna go through this entire instance without a healer. If we can do it, fuck it, whatever. But I'm trying my ass off, man. Do I need to do more cardio? I'm like beating myself up, dude. I'm bent out of shape about this shit right now. It's like that quick. I went from like, looking pretty cut up or whatever. It looks like I'm losing weight to fucking hate. I guess just stick with it for a while. Don't be a crybaby about the shit. I could probably cut out one serving of granola and be all right. But I don't like force feeding either, you know. Whatever.
Flu, yo, you gotta be aware of all the flu up in the air. I'ma get me a shot, make the flu go away. Flu hating rapper, just rapping away. Yo, flu hating rapper, it's a flu hating rap. Hey, flu hating rap. First you step to the left, then you step to the right, and your chin is clapped. If you don't have the flu, then don't bother listening. The flu snot is glistening all around us. I'm a flu hating rapper. Go to the crapper when the poop comes out like liquid, that means you got the flu. So then, what do? You go to the doctor, you get a shot. Actually, it's too late at that point. This is about flu awareness. Gotta be aware of the flu in the airness. Yo, I'm a flu hating rapper. My name is MC Haps. MC Haps. MC Haps, I'm a flu hating rapper. Don't need a keeper, don't need a trapper. I'm not a student here, I'm a person you hired to dance in the fire of flu awareness. Hot, hip hop, it's a flu hating rap. Hey, flu hating rap. First you step to the left, then you step to the right, and your chin is clapped. If you don't have the flu, then don't bother listening. The flu snot is glistening all around us. I'm a flu hating rapper.
It's a rapper that hates the flu.
I love Morty, and I hope Morty loves me. I'd like to wrap my arms around him and feel him inside me.
Oh man, I should fucking. I don't know what the rule is about playing other people's videos and stuff on streaming or whatever, but old Justin Roiland, right? I can't watch. I haven't watched a single episode of Rick and Morty since they ousted him. Yeah. We don't have a healer. We can sit there and eat back to full health. Really, should just leave. Well, it was real fun with you guys. Well, we don't have a healer. And this guy's just gonna sit there and regen back to full health, right? Okay. What are you people doing? I never know with anyone, really. Good God. Oh, there we go. We got Buford Puffus or whatever. Looking at this realist world thing, I'm trying to figure out what the hell it's even about, really. They're migrating or something. I always get so deterred by that kind of thing, and not to say that it's their fault or anyone's fault, but like like for me, like, oh, this migrating and this and that. Like anytime that sort of shit happens, I'm like, yeah, like here we go, right? Not to say, I mean, like it is often done successfully, and I'm sure they will be successful doing it, but to me, I'm like, just another fucking thing, right? You're like, at some point in time, like if I'm not here and someone does like a migration from one thing to another, and like it's years down the road or whatever, uh, the process on how to do it often becomes like impossible to figure out. You know what I mean? And like the platform that you use to do it is like no longer in business, and you have to do it like you have to access the smart contracts directly and all this other, not that that's the case for this. I'm just saying in the past experience, some of this shit's been kind of like kind of annoying to try and do, right? Like I see now they posted something saying like, oh well, there's a migration penalty, and I'm like, why wouldn't there be, right? It's like fucking shit, right? It's always something. Yeah, so like I was gonna try and maybe get some of the token, but now I'm sitting there thinking like, and then there's a migration process and a potential penalty, and I'm like, just fuck it, whatever, I'm sure it'll be successful. I'm sure I'll wish I had gotten some, but for now, I'm just too many extra steps involved, too much shit going on. Just, you know what I mean? I might still do it, but really, like that kind of thing is often a deterrent to somebody like me. Any extra added steps and cross chain migration, smart contract. What's the other? Yeah, just throw a bunch of buzzwords, right? Yeah, buzzwords, right? Smart contract, multi-chain integration. We put liquid paper on a bee and it died, right? I understand if you're migrating to like a DAO. I don't even know what the purpose of this is really. Is the point? Like I'm like, but when they do, yeah, I don't know what the purpose. I'm not familiar with why is the question. I don't know why they're doing it. So, right. Hopefully, Leah never has to go through anything like that. Really, I pray, right? Because it's always a deterrent. We'll see though. I have to actually after this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna research what the fuck is even going on. So that way, I can make a better determination. Does anybody know anything about Migrate Fund and what they do? And was the fun domain names, were those around before Pump Fun? Pump Fun was the first thing I'd ever heard use the .fun domain name. Fuck. Got a load of laundry going. Um, right, so we're gonna solve the mystery here. What the fuck? What does it do? Migrate it to what is the question? Pump Fund migration. December 9th. Tokens migrated. Really? Status paused. What does this mean? It starts December the 9th. Whatever. Is this something we have to do? I don't know what's the what's the purpose of it? Is the question. Right. Yikes. Just make sure we get the correct thing. The flu hating rapper. I guess DCA a little bit every day, probably. And see. Because I'm trying to support the ecosystem as much as possible. And it's one of those things where if they do get the realist servers up and running, and I do like playing realists, then I'll figure out how to play it and stream it, right? And it would be silly of me, to not have a token if I'm streaming on the fucking thing, right? Wish I had more of it, but fuck, I only have so much. Right, guys? Right? That's what they call. What do they call that? Synergy. That's it, dude. Yeah, synergy. That's like when I used to play World of Warcraft. That was like one of the words. I was like, whatever. I introduced the word synergy to my guild, and it spread like wildfire. It was pretty funny. I'm like, what we need is synergy, right? The thing is no one had heard me speak. I sounded like, oh hey, oh hello, oh, with those fucking tampons up my nose and all that. I sound like a little kid. They all thought I was I don't know what they thought, to be honest. But yeah, I never talked where people could hear me because I was so embarrassed. My voice was so high. But at the time, right? Anyway, yeah. So I was like synergy. Like, had they heard what I sounded like, they never would have taken me seriously. That was the thing. Like, I knew that too. I'm like, if they ever heard my voice, they would not take me seriously. I know that much, right? So I was like, the word synergy, what we want is we need more, like, like a sales pitch, like a Shark Tank about fucking. What we need more is more guild synergy. We need people to spec this for that, this and the other thing. We need synergistic, right? Me trying to, just a kid trying to make a nut in the world. That's all. So we have to migrate eventually, I guess. I don't know what does it do is the question. Cancel out that. What are they? Are people going to like that idea? What is it for? What is the point? That would just whatever. I hope we don't have to. So it's not necessary, right? I guess at some point in time. I don't think we have to worry about it, honestly. Mooding. Good job, Mooding. So I pray, man, because, you know, that could potentially be problematic. That's all this, that, and the other thing. The thing is, though, is that there is a more, like, less streamlined approach, I believe, to doing, like, migrating to a new smart contract that might not require um, that kind of thing, you would hope, right? Just because it's like, well, it's problematic, that's all. Having to swap tokens, basically. Right, I don't think I've got to worry about it. At some point in time, I think Pump Fund themselves is supposed to do or handle some of this, aren't they? If I remember correctly, or they mentioned something along these lines. I don't know if it's even possible though, because you think about accessing liquidity and this and the other thing might be a nightmare. But yeah, we don't know. All I know is I looked in the mirror today and I had love handles, and it made me sad. People are shooting off outside for whatever reason. The whole kit and caboodle, huh? The whole kit and caboodle with Neil Cavuto. Really, I actually have people watching me on TikTok. Sort of. No, I don't. Not really. I've got 0 hearts. I can't be that. I can't be the least interesting person ever. I guess I am. Wow, man. How do people even make it on these things? I say hats off to anybody that can make themselves TikTok famous because um, what's the guild name I'm in? Is Hardcore Temple. Oh, look, oh, no, we had a viewer. No, we don't have a viewer. It's all robots anyway. I guess we'll check and see. This the retrograde. Okay, what's the, oh, Jerry. Just me and this guy here, infected DK. We're gonna run some battlegrounds. Some guild mate of mine. At some point in time, like I said, though, meeting people on the internet, like you'd join a group like this and they'd say, "Oh, here's our Ventrilo server," and you'd sit there and actually be able to talk to the person. Now it's now there's no such social ability, social things on the internet. I just hope that I'm not making the wrong decision eating extra. What time is it now? I got 20 minutes before I can eat again. Which my next meal is going to consist of rice and chicken, as it always does, or a bowl of cereal. I forgot to get chips. Yeah, if I'm not as talkative today, I've worn myself out the last few days. Didn't rest as much as I should have, probably. And I'm back at it again today. Uh, like it even matters, Morty. Like it even matters. Girls like guys that look like their dads, don't they? Look sickly, man. I fucking look like I'm sick. Uh, I guess really, man, what I should do is I just